Hi, my tubies, my TikTokers. Tell me, what is the definition of insanity? The definition, in case you don't know, is when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you expect different results. And I want to talk about, you know, how men and women they live together even when they're married. Have you seen what the divorce and the separation rate is like? It's over 90%. So it's obvious that this living together arrangement, whether you're married or not, that's not working. Other than that, this is something that I want to share with you for educational purposes, of course. I'm going to share this clip with you and then I'll come back with my commentary. But this is a man who's telling you the same thing I've been saying for years, for centuries, so it seems. Anyway, here we go.
You should never let a man move in with you.
Listen to that again.
You should never let a man move in with you. In fact, he shouldn't even want to move in with you, especially if you're just dating and you're not married or you don't have any kids. You have to be very careful because there are guys that will look at your situation and want to be involved. If you're independent and have your own place, you're one of the targets. And also if you have children and you're a single mother, you're also another target. The guys that don't have any place to stay and they don't have anything going for themselves will target you. So you have to assess where they're at in their life and what their situation is. Because if they're bouncing around from place to place and they never have anywhere to go, you have to think to yourself, why is that? It's better that this man lives with parents or family members than to be bouncing from place to place. You have to make sure that you value your home, because that should be the one place that you have your privacy and peace.
Thank you.
Just be careful that you don't allow a man in that will destroy your peace, especially if you have children that you look after. For one-to-one coaching, click the link on my bio.
So I agree with him completely. You see how this woman wanted this man out of the house, and she had to have the police officers come to have him escorted out. They had to literally drag him out of the house. It's so easy to move these bums in, and it's hard to get them out. And a lot of times, when you want these bastards to leave your home, because they know they're physically stronger usually than women, they will turn violent. Anytime you start to stand up for yourself or speak up for yourself, they consider you to be masculine. You know, in a lot of these men's eyes, they consider it to be feminine. Anytime you're willing to allow someone to walk all over you, someone to abuse you mentally, emotionally, and financially, and anytime you use your mouth and they know that what you're saying is correct, they're ready to start using their fists. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be hit, then you shouldn't be hitting anyone. And I was looking at another video on why men beat up on women, and they said the number one reason is because of women and their mouth, and these women don't know how to show men respect. Respect what? Exactly. And the thing is, if she used her mouth and her words, you have a mouth and you have words, so why not use your mouth and your words? She didn't put her hands on you, so why are you putting your hands on her? And the reason men become violent is because they know that what she's saying is true. They can't come up with anything to say, in their defense, and that's why they become enraged when you call them out on their bullery. But my thing is, you never have to worry about any of this nonsense if you just don't move them in. Don't move in his place. Keep your own place. Let him keep his. And like he said, if you are an independent woman and if you have your own place, you are a target for these homosexuals, for these bums, and for these demons. Or if you are a single parent raising your children solo, you are again a target for these no good demons. They will target women like you because they feel that you're desperate. So, like I said, focus on what the definition of insanity is. You keep doing the same old thing. You keep dealing with these men. You keep moving them in or moving in with them. And I don't, it is what it is. It used to be upsetting to me because I had no idea that you have so many women out here who are still stuck on stupid, who are still sleepwalking. I see them all the time on Kendra G. Women who are still out here on dating apps. These women who are looking for drama. And I'm talking about these are women looking for a relationship. They're not looking for companionship. They're looking for a marriage. They want the husband, the relationship thing. Not just friendship or just hangout partners or somebody to share your life with as in a friendship. No. They're looking to build with these dusty, homosexual dudes, or if they have jobs, they're abusive and they're bullies. And you have women who are still out here feeling that I can't be happy unless I have a man. Life is not worth living unless I have a man. And this all stems from what? Validation. They want somebody to validate their worth and their value. How sad and how sick is that? It's pathetic. And yet you still have so many women out here who's trying to find some dude to cleave and hang on to. And then when she gets dogged out, she wants to act like she's the victim. When you're not the victim, there's too much information out here. They have too many resources. All this support that these women have today, they don't have no excuse. This generation, they don't have no excuse whatsoever talking about they got their heart hurt and all of this. Why would you even set yourself up for that? And yet, they're still out there, and they're going to continue to be out there because you have a lot of females. We have come to realize, and we have to accept reality. There's a lot of women who love being abused. It makes them feel alive. To them, that's exciting. A life of peace, tranquility, easygoing, that's boring. They don't have nothing to complain about, nothing to nag about, nothing to bitch about. So when you see these women going through all of this, honey, make them pay you to talk to you because, I'm a paid advice coach. When people want to talk to SheilaTruelove, yeah, they pay me. And I give the best advice there is. I will give you 3 sessions. And after 3 sessions, if I still haven't reached your mind and your heart, then I will refer you over to someone else. Because personally, me, I don't have time for the bullery when it comes to you rather be sorry than safe. You rather play Russian roulette with your life and with your health just so you can say, I got some bum dude. It don't make any sense. I'm sorry. It's just beyond me. And I think women who are in relationships today, if they are in a relationship that Jesus Christ and God didn't put together, those women are mentally ill and they need to be in a psychiatric hospital and a psychiatric unit. They really do. Let me play this clip for you again so that you women know how you're being targeted.
You should never let a man move in with you. In fact, he shouldn't even want to move in with you. Especially if you're just dating and you're not married or you don't have any kids. You have to be very careful.
No, even if you're married, don't move them in. That's going forward. We're leaving the insanity. Even if you're married, have your own place. He have his when it comes to children. Everybody who's single these days are co-parenting. Co-parenting works. The kids are at your house for 1 week. They're at his for 1 week. Or maybe he'll do 3 months and you'll do 3 months. That's the new wave. Because all of this old school way of doing things, do your research. Check out the divorce rate and the separation rate and combine it. And tell me, what have you found?
Careful, because there are guys that will look at your situation and want to be involved. If you're independent and have your own place, you're one of the targets. And also if you have children and you're a single mother, you're also another target. The guys that don't have any place to stay and they don't have anything going for themselves will target you. So you have to assess where they're at in their life and what their situation is. Because if they're bouncing around from place to place and they never have anywhere to go, you have to think to yourself, why is that? It's better that this man lives with parents or family members than to be bouncing.
Yeah, and that's another good point that he brought out. It's better that this person live with parents or family members. Now, if their parents are still alive and they don't even want to help out their own flesh and blood, their own child, there's a reason for that. If they have family members that don't even want them around, there's a reason for that. And that's also why they have the city mission. They have shelters for men. And to help until these men get on their feet and get a career, forget a job, because these men, they run through jobs like it's nothing. So it's always best for you to focus on a man who has a career for at least 5 years and up. At the same time, like this man said here, if their own parents don't want to help them, their own family members don't want to help them, they're so busy talking about how toxic their parents are or how toxic their family is, when in actuality, 9 times out of 10, I've learned this, they're the toxic ones. Not their parents, they're the narcissists.
From place to place. You have to make sure that you value your home, because that should be the one place that you have your privacy and peace. Just be careful that you don't allow a man in that will destroy your peace, especially if you have children that you look after. For one-to-one coaching.
And like he said, your home is supposed to be the one place that is your sanctuary, that is your place of peace. You shouldn't have to go home and have to walk on eggshells, talk on eggshells, live on eggshells, or it's like you're walking on a tightrope every time you have to go home, or you're afraid to make this man angry. I don't want to get him upset. Every time I tell him that I need a little help around the house, it makes him upset. It makes him angry. And then he feels he has to become abusive. And anytime I speak up for myself or I stand up for myself, that's not being feminine. He's calling me masculine because I won't lay down and be a floor mat for him to walk all over me. He could piss on me, defecate on me, stomp all over me, wipe his feet all over me, do whatever the hell he wants to me, and I'm supposed to just shut up and take it. That's what they associate femininity with. That's not being feminine. That's called being a jackass.